Hello and welcome to a list of all the 3D Marios listed in my personal preference from least favourite to favourite. Remember, this is just a personal list. None of these are factual. I'd love to know where you would put them in the list, so please let me know in the comments. Without further ado, let's get to it. Super Mario 3D Land. A 3D environment that is an amazing optical illusion on your eyes. This game is a perfect little platformer on the go. The game sees you play as Mario, as always, but once you switch on your 3D on your 3DS, it feels like you're transported into a different dimension. Although, I have to say, like most people, I played most of the game on the 2D setting, because the 3D setting after a while can just make you a little pukey. But honestly, it surprised me how much I enjoyed this game. If I'm being truthful though, it does feel like a more basic bitch version of the 3D world. But if you only had a 3DS and you didn't have any other ways of playing this is a perfect substitute. There's so much fun to be had, collecting everything and getting all the different upgrades, including the Tanuki costume. God, this game's so much fun. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Solar systems, planets, and a rideable dinosaur that has got an insatiable hunger. This game has everything its predecessor has. A great soundtrack, great level designs, and an awesome story with just so much more. There are people out there that absolutely love this game, and I can totally see why, because it's got so much charisma and it's so unique. Like all the Mario Galaxy games, it really is a little gem. Super Mario 3D World. An Italian furry feline that can make a beeline for walls. What's not to love? This game completely blew me away when I first played it on the Wii U. It never stopped surprising me how innovative Nintendo can be, bringing life to such an old formula. This game plays like any other 3D Mario, apart from you can turn into a cat, and when you're a cat you can climb up walls, which sounds so simple, but it makes the whole game feel like a new title. And this is where 3D comes in, because now you can climb up the Y-axis and you get a whole different view on the level that you're conversing over. Plus, it's so colourful and cutesy. It really is a great game, and it really feels like they've just added so much more than Super Mario 3D Land. It's awesome. Super Mario Sunshine. Mario returns once again. Instead of bringing his brother along, he's ditched Luigi and brought along a Super Soaker instead. This game sees you take part in mandatory community service. And I know that sounds dull, but trust me, it's so much fun. This game sees you clean up the town, all while collecting stars while you're at it. And a lot of people dislike this game because it was a departure from the traditional Mario mechanics. But it's aged like fine wine. People are going back to it and enjoying it and absolutely loving it. And quite rightly so, it's a gem. Super Mario Galaxy. A journey across stars and space, roaming over planets and conquering galaxies. This game is one for the ages. Exploring over sphere-shaped landscapes, you have to deal with gravitational pulls and out-of-this-world mechanics, all while running, jumping and falling down those notoriously amazing green pipes. This game really is something else, and the orchestrated soundtrack is one of the most relaxing soundtracks of all time. If you're ever stressed, just put the soundtrack on and kick back and relax. Super Mario 64. Arguably the most famous 3D platformer of all time. This game is a monumental beast, and quite rightly so. The level design is near perfection. There's so much to do and so much to collect in every level. It just keeps you going back for more and more. And true, it does feel dated now, but at the time, this game blew the world away, and I'd love to see a HD remake. Plus, the soundtrack is so nostalgic, it's awesome. Super Mario Odyssey. An absolutely stunning, well-crafted, beautifully orchestrated masterpiece, and arguably one of the best 3D platformers of all time. This game is my favourite 3D Mario for a reason. The story, the customization, how many unlockables there are, all of these things add up to such an amazing gaming experience. The game sees you play as the famous and beloved Mario and his new sidekick, Cappy, a throwable talking clothing accessory with a hell of a lot of character. And you are tasked with, can you guess what? That's right, getting Peach back one more time. I don't know why she doesn't just stay in the same place. She's like a fancy dressed mole. You never know where she's going to pop up next. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. You travel across different planets and different worlds, trying to find the noble mole, and my god, do you have fun doing so. There's so many different things to collect and so many different things to do. It's just enjoyable getting lost. Mario can throw his hat and turn into whatever it lands on. This changes up the gameplay mechanics in a really unique and enjoyable way. Honestly, if you haven't given this game a go, please do. It's so good and worth your time. Well, that was a list of all the 3D Marios listed in my personal preference. I'd love to know your list, so let me know down in the comments. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. If not, I'm sure this will cheer you up.